and hot sauce.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's
like
disgusting.
It's not even settled.
Is there another... Stop talking about it. I'm actually... I don't have a strong stomach.
Yeah.
Very few things I can swallow in this world, if you know what I mean.
Share with us an Instagram handle of the person with whom you had the most challenging / worst relationship experience. Yes, your camera.
I know. I'm looking at all of them because I'm like, that's why you brought me here.
Or a one-day stand. It wasn't really a tonight.
The team behind is like, same hour.
Hello, my beautiful friends. I trust you are well. Welcome to another episode of The Hot Seat, brought to you exclusively here on the SNS. Prior to beginning, we'd like to express our appreciation to Longonot Place for providing us with their service apartments as a shooting location. They are ideal for people who are looking for long-term or short-term accommodation. For more information, feel free to check the description box down below.
Hello everybody, I'm Jules. I am a digital content creator, podcast producer and host.
Hi everyone, my name is Ngang'a. I'm a digital content creator, a digital broadcast journalist and the host of the SNS. And we are on the hot seat. Okay, Jules, I'm so excited to have you. Thank you so much for honoring our invite. Get ready. Welcome to the hot seat. We hope you can handle the heat.
Probably not. Probably. I don't know what I'm doing here.
We're panicking. The rules of the hot seat are very simple, Jules. So we have each prepared for each other 10 questions that we have no information or knowledge prior to. And the rules are simple. You either answer the question truthfully, which is the simpler and better option, or spin the wheel, and whatever you land on, you'll have to take either of these concoctions. So just to give our audience a run through of what we're taking. Shot number 1 is hot sauce. Shot number 2 is fish sauce. 3 egg yolk. 4 eggless mayonnaise. 5 apple cider. 6 vinegar. 7 and 8 are mixtures. Yeah, and then if you spin the wheel, this is where it gets a little tricky. You could land on pass, which means you get a pass. You don't have to answer the question.
I didn't see that, yeah.
But you could also land on have to answer. So if you land on have to answer and you had said no, you were going to have to answer the question.
Okay.
But yeah, so are you ready?
No.
So we had already spoken prior and Jules wants to get,
I'm just like, can we just get
Let's get it done.
I don't know what, why? This is a lot.
Okay, I think we can start a bit lighthearted.
Yeah, take it easy.
But I don't know if there's anything that's lighthearted here. Okay, let me ask.
I'm legit sweating still.
Yeah?
Like, I'm feeling like, I don't know, I'm just like, what am I doing here? What did I get not even what I'm doing here. I think today I was like, as I was getting ready, I was like, I was listening to some of your other episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did I get myself into?
You were about to be like, hey girl, I'm sorry, babe.
And I didn't want to do that. I was like, I committed.
Thank you.
So we have to show up and show through. I mean,
so let me see if we can start, something light. Name the most embarrassing and or public place that you have gotten intimate with a partner.
That's light? Seriously?
I mean, I think compared to the questions I have for you, maybe we could count that as a bit light.
I don't know. I'm gonna end up walking away from this interview. Most embarrassing.
Yeah, it could be embarrassing, but for you, it doesn't have to be embarrassing for like everybody.
Well, this obviously is in my first relationship. Yeah. My first real relationship. I dated this guy from 19 to 19, 20, 21, 20. I think 4 years.
Okay.
So,
Rose eyes.
Like, what the hell was I doing? The things you do for niggas.
Yeah.
What was the question?
And embarrassing and or public place.
Oh, public.
Yeah, that you've gotten intimate with. So when I say embarrassing, it could be embarrassing solely to you.
To you, okay.
Yeah. Like maybe ordinarily a place you wouldn't get it on.
Yeah, so we were at this dingy
emphasis
bar. Okay, like a bar that serves cake. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's why we used to drink sometimes because alcohol was cheap,
affordable,
and we were students and we didn't have money.
Yeah.
And we went to the toilet.
Yeah.
He asked me if I wanted to, and I just said okay. I wish I didn't do it because it was nasty as fuck.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Anyway.
I don't know if it was embarrassing, but I would say it was like
you would never do it again for sure.
I'd never do it again. I'd never do it again. No, that was I don't know what the hell we were doing. Yeah.
Okay. I forgot to mention, by the way, winner is the person who takes no shots or least shots.
Okay.
And then to your right, is that your right?
Yes.
You have a spit cup
Fantastic.
and some napkins, so you don't have to swallow anything.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm so disgusted, guys. This stuff like smells. Do you understand?
You
And I
cut
have a
away.
weak stomach.
Yeah.
I can't take this.
All right. Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
You've
yeah.
taken it like a G. You've answered it.
Actually, I even have now that I think about embarrassing, I've just remembered something because obviously we hadn't prepped for these questions.
Yeah.
So allow me to come back.
Yeah.
I've just remembered with the same boyfriend. I don't know what we were doing, but I think it's because we'd just get it on in weird places, obviously because we're young and we don't have our own places and da. So there's one time we were at in a car. I think everyone has hooked. Have you hooked up in a car? Yeah, you have. Yeah, everyone's done that.
So she's somewhat. You have. Yes,
right?
you have.
Have you though? Even in your youth, but in your youth.
Yeah.
Your age is my youth.
Yes.
Was my youth. Yeah, and then we were getting it on, you know, we're like, yeah. We were outside a club and the Wochi came with a torch like this on the window. Yes, and of course what he did was cover me fast because he's like, just get dressed fast. Because you know, for him it's just a little. For a girl, I didn't have a dress, so my yuck. So that was embarrassing for me because I don't know what that guy saw. And he even called his boys.
Are you serious?
Then he called now the actual cop. It was just a lot, and we had to wiggle our way out of it.
Yeah.
What the hell was why are you taking me back?
I'm giving you PTSD.
Yeah, PTSD. And it was just, I think when I look back, it was just me trying to, I said yes to a lot of things because I still want to be loved by this person. But I remember in those both instances, I was like, what, why? But okay.
Like in hindsight, you're like, why were we doing this?
I remember feeling like I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
But in the moment, but then I was like, let me be fun and whatever, you know. Let me show you how fun I am. I'm so fun.
Can you tell?
Can you tell?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm the one who's anxious about your question.
No, I start easy. I'm a good person.
Yeah. And then she just drops the biggest bombshell.
Let's see.
And my heart is pounding out of my chest.
This is a two-part question.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever had a crush on someone that you know you have no business having a crush on? For example, a friend's partner or a brother's partner or sister's partner. Somebody that's not yours or somebody who's taken kind of thing. Okay. Yes or no?
I was waiting for the other question to decide. I think so. It's like forbidden love.
Yeah, forbidden fruit, forbidden love.
I think yes.
You have.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's gonna ask me
name them. And you can do. Okay, I'm not evil. I'm not like, don't say John Pat. You can say their first name. Yeah. But if you feel like it's gonna be very easy to link, because maybe it's your best friend. Yeah. And I just have to say for the record, I don't know which camera to look at. For the record, people have crushes. People have crushes on. You can't help. I can have a crush on your boyfriend. The idea is not to do anything about it and find a way to suppress it. I can't help my crush. I think that sometimes you have an attraction to somebody. Yeah. And it just finds you. Yeah. But then usually the issue is, you know, don't DM. Yeah. Don't try to look cute for my person. Extra lipstick because you know they like extra lipstick. Don't do that shit around my So it's a cute to have a crush. My hair. Like laughing at all your jokes and no one's laughing. I look at you like, bitch, you crazy. Yeah. So I want you to name them. But if you feel like it's gonna be too much to name them, you can just say the first letter of their first name or the name that they are called by. I'm trying to think. I know, preferably if you would watch this, maybe he would connect. But for the record, it was very brief. I think it was like, and then I said, okay, no. Sure. Yep. So I'll just give out the initial. The initial of the first name. Is that the name he goes by? Because maybe guys call him Morioki, but he's that is the name he goes by. Okay, what's the letter? Oh my god. It's your show. We're on the SNS. It's just a crush. Like, it's just like, you know.
It's like light. It's like light, you know, small. J.
Why did you have no business having a crush on them?
Oh, I don't know if I can answer that. I will say, he once had, oh, if I said this, she'll know.
But did you do anything about it?
No, I've never done anything about it.
It's normal.
And now we are very good friends. It's like it was like a very...
Yeah.
But then it just died out.
Yeah.
He had a fling thing with my sister.
Okay.
I will say when I say crush,
Crush.
the first time I met him, there was nothing. And then I think I spent time with him and I was like, okay. Oh, obviously my boyfriend is gonna see this. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. So it was like a light crush. Just very crush. Like minute.
Yeah.
Oh, Jules, you had me sweating.
But like I said, I think it's natural. I might bring somebody here and you think they're cute, but I'm like, Steph, no.
Don't
manage
even
yourself.
think about it.
Okay. Yeah.
This one, let's go wholesome. So in a recent Instagram video, I think this is like a reel you posted, was it like 2 days ago? I think you posted it on Tuesday.
Oh, it's a therapy one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you opened up about the purpose behind your therapy journey, your why, and I loved that video, by the way.
Thank you.
Which I don't know if you should put like a screenshot here for people to go and look for it on the link. Can you identify one specific detrimental and consistent behavior or action that Jules you do that you recognize is a hindrance to your inner child's healing and personal growth? See, we went wholesome. It's not so
but
bad.
it's still personal. You know? It's one of those things. It's like, does the world need to know? What is hindering my inner child?
Yeah.
I think even just to clarify, the reason the inner child, a lot of the behavior we have that is like irrational, whatever, it's actually our inner child.
Yeah.
And this behavior was developed as a mechanism to protect us. We grew, but that child doesn't grow.
Yeah.
So those behaviors still come out. That's why you have people, you know, even in relationships, somebody's like, "What, you acting like a child?"
Like a child.
And it's like, it's actually your inner child trying to protect itself. Because that's the skill you learned. And then somehow it just blueprints and imprints and it doesn't evolve.
Yeah.
So I will say, what's the word? Like something that I'd say is unhealthy, like in relationships that I do is, but I've mentioned it before. Okay, so there's passive aggression. So I might have an issue. What's an example I can give? Okay, like for example, maybe I want to spend time with my significant other.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we've just bumped with Akina Nani and now we are going to where? Say, oh, I know this person you're bumped into is the person who you'll be out with until 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Instead of communicating effectively and saying something like, oh, I wish I had really looked forward to us hanging out.
Yeah.
Is it possible to cancel so we can spend time together?
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, interesting. When did you meet?
Oh, that sounds like fun.
That sounds like fun. Enjoy formal, like the fuck side.
Yeah.
I'll do things like that instead of saying what I really mean.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared of saying what I really mean and then it's still rejected. So dealing with no.
Yeah.
Or dealing with, so I tend to be quite passive aggressive. Or say stuff like, but if you're gonna leave, just leave.
Yeah.
But I don't mean to say
really
that.
Mean it,
what I really mean to say is,
please don't
this
leave.
Is scaring me, and I feel like it might cause us to break up.
Yeah.
But I don't say that. I'm like, if you want to leave, leave.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah.
So I need to stop doing those kind of And I can't. So nowadays I catch myself, and I'm like, what am I trying to say? Am I okay to say it? Yes. Am I okay to say it? No. Then don't say nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask now another follow-up? Is this from, because we were talking also, do you have let me collect my thoughts. Do you have a recollection of when you expressed something and it was rejected, especially in your childhood? Before the passive aggression started?
I wouldn't know what caused the passive aggression. But I know there's other things, for example, that I can now reconnect to my childhood, like being defensive. So like if we're arguing with somebody, this is a skill that I've taken a lot of time for me to hone, where I hear.
Yeah.
and not just keeping quiet to hear, like literally hear and be okay with your point not coming to defend itself. Yeah. So that's being defensive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And I'm sure that came from what? I'm not sure. It could be highly critical teachers. Yeah. You know, environments where it's just like you always feel like you're in trouble. Yeah. There's also a very high expectation of me as a firstborn, also obviously from my parents, to be the good child. Yeah. When we come home, the curtains should be closed. Your brother should have started doing his homework or has done his homework. Why are you doing this? Like that criticalness. Yeah. So I used to, I'd be like, let me mitigate that by having an answer already. Yeah. I'm assuming that's where it came from. Okay. Yeah.
I'm actually like that. It's also something I'm trying to unlearn, being okay with my point not getting, because for me it was like my point needs to get across. I don't care if you're hearing, but I don't care if you've listened to understand. You just hear it, and I've gotten it out, so you can do with it what you want. So that's also something, and I understand so well when you speak of criticism from your past. The tiniest of things, like that thing, your sibling should have done this, what were you doing when so and so was this, and so you always have an answer to like unajitetea.
Because I mean, it gets to a point where you have to defend yourself, so you become defensive.
Even in instances where you didn't have to.
Yeah, and maybe even observing. I remember watching teachers, mine is mostly teachers, but also parents. Like, just expecting a lot from a child. And I would see how old grown-ups would discuss stuff, yani wakijitetea. So oh, that's how you or like older kids in the neighborhood. And I'm like, oh, so you go home, you learn how to yeah. And like, you don't need to do that anymore, because even as I'm doing the defensive thing, sometimes I'm not able to catch it. I realize after. Yeah. The best part is that nowadays I'm able to, many times, more than often, I'm able to catch it before it slips out of my mouth, or maybe as it's coming out, and then I can retract. Yeah. And that's where growth is. Yeah. But I forget my point. But yeah, anyway, defensiveness and feeling like you need to protect yourself because somebody's gonna come up with some shit. You better have something to say back. Yeah. You know,
you can't be left in the wind. Yeah. Okay. Now I don't know. After such a wholesome.
Oh, is that me? It's me now. Yeah. Okay. When was the last time you? When was the last time you lied?
When was the last time I lied?
And what was the lie?
And what was the lie? When was the last time I lied and what was... Oh, actually, this one is a client. Yesterday, we were shooting here at the Longonot Place, by the way. And my mom called me and she was like, are you almost done? But like, as we were shooting the video, I thought that we would be done. So I was like, yeah, I should be, I'll be done and I'll be home like in an hour. I was home 3 hours later.
But then that's not a lie. You thought you should be done.
I think also some part of me knew that that's a lie. Oh, and then she also called me on the way. Yeah. And there was traffic, Jules. We were just sitting there with the whatever, like on the whatever, and her daughter, by the way, which was interesting. So we were just sitting there. My mom calls me and she asks me, "Where are you?" I think I said, I'm in somewhere along Muthaiga. Yeah. And I'm still in Pangai. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. I tell her sometimes so that it eases her mind, but then now I realize she'll just keep calling. So I might as well just tell her, okay, I'm in traffic. Yeah. And but then again, it will start being like, what were you doing since that time? So yeah.
That's lies. Like white lies. White lies.
Like I tell her to keep her at ease, but then she'll be on the phone like, and from Muthaiga till now, you're not yet. Yeah, and I'm like, actually, I'm now reaching Muthaiga. So yeah, that's the last lie I told my mom.
Okay.
Sorry, mom. That was like a nice one.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if the rest are nice. Okay. We have been captivated. When I say we, I think I speak for myself and both our audiences, by the delightful musings of season 2 of So This Is Love podcast, which, correct me if I'm wrong, you have candidly revealed was born out of lessons learned from your past romantic endeavors. We're good until that?
Yeah.
I just want to confirm. So share with us an Instagram handle of the person with whom you had the most challenging / worst relationship experience. Yes, your cameraman.
I know. I'm looking at all of that because I'm like,
You know,
that's why you brought me here.
I wanted to say name, but then I was like,
why do I need to put
I wanted to say name, but then I said her saving grace could be they're probably not on Instagram.
So I was gonna say that. What's the question? The handle of the person who did what?
Was with whom you had the most challenging / worst relationship experience.
That guy is not on Instagram, and
then there's your saving grace.
Yes, he's not on Instagram. I think he used to be on Facebook, but when we were dating, he's never been on IG.
Yeah,
I know his siblings are.
Yeah,
but he's not.
Yeah,
and his wife is. He got married or whatever. But yeah. He's not on IG.
See, I'm good.
Yeah.
I thought about it and then I said, you know what, let me go a bit light.
Yeah, I know one knows him. Like, I don't think he's not a public figure.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's
okay.
Yeah, good riddance kind
All
of
right.
situation. I actually did an episode on So This Is Love where I wanted the bonus episode for season 1, the 11th, which is a bonus, to be now me giving
your story.
We recorded it.
Yeah.
It was 2 hours long. Edith Kimani was the one who was interviewing me. Just when we were about to finish, we lost. We hadn't the mixer we use when elect goes. We lose everything. It doesn't back up. We didn't do the thing of connecting to a laptop. And so we lost.
So you
everything.
lost it.
And I said that's a sign because I did not want to do that
episode to begin with.
But I was like, I owe it to all my guests who come and share, right? So let me do mine. And then I went back and forth for like 8 weeks. I'm doing it, I'm not doing it. I'm doing it, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm doing it, I'm not. The night before, the day of, the whole time I was talking, I sweat a lot from my armpits when I'm nervous or anxious. So I remember just feeling like, bro, you see it on my face,
hot
here. And as I was talking, I was like, I'm gonna edit that out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
And then when it went, I was like, it's going. So of course Sharon, she was there because she supports me. Sharon Mashira. And Sharon is like, Jules, this happens in production, it's normal, you're coming back tomorrow, you're doing it. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
She said you're not telling this story again.
Because it was too much for me.
Yeah.
It was too much. It's something I closed and threw away years ago.
So to have to retell, which means to relieve.
To retell it. For me, it's a little bit of I didn't realize it was a trigger until I started talking about it. But he is a trigger.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Steph, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm not.
Tell me something that you are relieved that your mother does not know about you. I ask that because I know your mom watches this channel.
Relieved?
Yeah.
Oh my God. But now she'll know.
It's the hot seat. Welcome to SNS.
Oh, relieved. I don't know if it's really. Or do I just go and tell her?
Say it all. Say it all. Say it all. Or you drink.
I'll just
really?
Yeah. It's nothing bad.
But it's bad enough.
I would hate for her to find out here. Yeah. So, but maybe she already knows. I need to call my sister and be like, hello, Shiko. Does she? I'm really thinking, relieved. It's actually, if I told you, you would just be like, that's something so tiny. But it's the fact that she doesn't know. So I don't want her to find out at the
Maybe just tell her to not watch this episode.
Let's spin the wheel. Okay, 1 minute. That's 7.
What is that?
7?
What is this?
It's, okay, it's, look at it. It's egg white and hot sauce.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
It's not even settled.
Stop talking about it. I'm actually... I don't have a strong stomach.
Yeah.
Very few things I can swallow in this world, if you know what I mean.
This is most definitely not going down. So I'll just use my spit cup. Can I get a teaspoon to just stir it? Because everything is so...
But then if you stir it, just take it.
No, I can see the 2 chunks. You know, the 2 little... So I would rather not, thank you. Let me just stir it so that, at least it is not swallowable, but ingestible to begin with. Yeah, now Girl. It looks. It's me trying to.
I'm happy we don't have to swallow because then if I don't want to get salmonella.
Yeah.
from the egg yolk.
Jules has been talking about salmonella.
I'm so scared of salmonella. I'm like,
have you had it before?
No.
Okay.
But even when I'm washing chicken in the house, I'm like, cross contamination, vinegar. I don't know. I'm so scared of this salmon. I had it when you get it, it's so bad you can die. So yeah, and
it's not a joke for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have someone who's gotten it before and you witnessed it firsthand?
No.
Okay. Oh,
girl, I can smell whatever the fuck that is from here.
You know, I'm really thinking about it. Do I just go and tell her and be like, surprise, mom?
Yeah.
If I die, I die. But I do know it's something that she has expressed, like, no.
Yeah.
Even like this second one was an issue.
Oh, okay, then you need to drink that.
So yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to burn bridges and we live together.
Let me tell you, there's some stuff here I'd rather even answer than spit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let the record show that Jules has said she'd rather answer.
Well,
okay.
You
so
okay?
was it you or me?
I asked you, so it's you asking me.
Okay. Name 5 of your closest friends. Okay, let's not even put a number. Okay, but it would have to be like something. So let's say name 4 or 5 of your closest friends who are parents. So they're either moms or dads and like they have kids. Just like 5 or 4 would be fine.
How is that a hot seat question?
Like, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
So we need to know the names.
And then I have to rate them from the worst to the best. Please do what? With this rating of friends, no. So my friends who have kids.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll count like 4 or 5 on one hand. Number 1. Dorcas.
Anita. Lorna. Shiko.
Okay, we can even work with those 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So rank their parenting skills from best to worst.
Girl.
I'm assuming you have interacted enough with them and their children.
Okay, because Anita is my cousin, I can put her at
Oh,
worst.
you're
And
going
she's
to
not going to be mad at me. She's not going to be mad at me.
You're going to answer, okay.
Anita, you know I love you. You know I love you, girl. Oh, I need to say Shishi.
Okay.
My sister-in-law.
All right.
Number 1 is Shishi.
Okay. So we have Shishi and Anita.
We have Sarah, number 1. She's my niece's mother. And she's the best mom ever. Ever.
Yeah.
The patience she has with that child.
Yeah.
The confidence she has instilled in this child. The compassion. And this is baby Wema, my niece. I'm always like, maybe I'm not ready to be a mom. When I see her parenting, I'm like, me, I'd have already shouted at this baby.
Yeah.
And then I would say number 2 is...
So you mentioned Lonzi, you mentioned, did you mention Shiki?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Then you've already said Sarah and
yeah. Number
Anita.
2, I will say Shiko. Only because Lorna and Shiki, Lorna and Dee are new time moms.
Oh, okay.
Their babies are only 7-8 months. So there's very little to know about parenting style. So I'm just being clever here. I'm going to say Shiko. And mostly Shiko and Shiv because I see how they parent their kids. And I love it. I look up to it.
Okay.
And I think it also helps who they are as people. There's such a... Are you okay? You want to throw up? Is everything good?
I'm okay. I'm just taking it all in and I'm even worried about the next question.
Yeah, so let's say Shiko Shiv and then I will say D, Lorna.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sawa.
And that means nothing, guys.
Yeah.
Like the girls who are watching, who have been named.
Yeah.
I'm not here to cancel friendships. So this is your show. This is your show. Does it have aftercare? You send me for a massage and therapy.
Yes, I will. I'll send you a care package.
Yeah.
Courtesy of SNS. So that was me. So it's you.
So it's me.
Yeah. It's like the scale just balances out. You thought you were here and then.
What's the worst rumor that you've heard about yourself?
Worst rumor? I don't think I've had necessarily rumors about myself.
It's okay, I have another question.
Remember, let me think. The worst rumor. No, I don't think. Maybe they don't reach me. Or I've never heard of something that was like. No, I'm even trying to think of something I've ever heard of myself, and I was like, that's not true. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I've not had any rumors. Like that. Yeah.
Okay, I've heard rumors. So.
Of me?
No, not of you. Not of you. Not of you.
But even if you did, we'll chat after.
Yeah.
Okay. So, during your content creation journey, you have collaborated with numerous brands. Disclose which specific brand partnership
I've never worked with.
no, was primarily motivated by financial gain rather than a genuine alignment with their values or products.
Are you trying to fuck me over with a brand so I don't make money by answering this question?
So there is one
that was purely motivated by money.
Yeah.
Like I didn't believe in the brand. And then I just did it because the cash was good.
Yeah. I think for majority of people there are. Now
yes, absolutely.
The challenge is to disclose.
Just ask the question again. Primarily, what's that?
Disclose which specific brand partnership was primarily motivated by financial gain rather than a genuine alignment with their values or products.
I'm going to say something here. It's very few brands that even disclose their values. Okay? So let's be real.
Yeah.
When you have a brand approach you, they say, can you do one reel, one static, and you look at the brand, then you decide based on what you see out there, what their values could be. They won't come and give you, this is our value system, this is our community culture or work culture. It's about you, whether you're aligned to the brand or not. The brands I'm working with currently, there's none that has happened with. I enjoy the brand and I'm pushing the brand.
Maybe
I'm trying to see
for products.
Yeah.
So it could either be you didn't align with their value system, which more often than not we don't know what their value system unless they disclose it, or the product itself. Like you are pushing for a product that even you're like, hey, were it not for the cash, I would not be doing it. Like you wouldn't use said product outside.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. But I will tell you, all the stuff you've seen me push, it's a brand that I pushed, I would say, what year are we in, 2023?
Yeah.
Like around 2019. I remember thinking, I'm not sure I would use it.
Yeah.
I know that the brand was good, but for me.
Yeah, for Jules.
For me, I was like, it's not my cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Do you understand?
I got it.
Yes, I've remembered.
All right.
And I wouldn't have known this until, because there's actually somebody on my DM was like, babe, there's this such and such.
You did.
And I'm like, I didn't.
Yeah.
So I gave them another brand. They're like, no, it wasn't this brand. You talked about
this one.
So I said, oh my God, I forgot I even did a whole video about that like years ago.
Got you.
Yeah, and it was a one-off.
All right.
So I'm gonna spin.
All right. Hopefully it lands on either of not have to answer.
You know?
Yeah.
I wish, because that's a bad question for people who are in the content creation space. You're going to make us burn bridges, Steph. Is that what you're trying to do?
No. Not really being on the feeling hot.
So I spin, yeah?
Yes, just spin.
Please, Jesus. Please, Jesus.
Just spin like, yeah, like Fujo.
Please, Jesus. No. No. It keeps landing on 3, babe. No, I can't do the egg yolk. I'm not going to do the egg yolk. I'm going to get salmonella. Guys, the power of the tongue. Here it is in action.
First of all, I will say these eggs are straight from home. At least I trust it.
They're kienyeji?
Yeah. So it's not like supermarket stayed on the shelf for 7 weeks.
Are we allowed to spin again? Like, what are these for? Is this a pass? I'll answer another question. I'm not going to name a brand, babe.
Then just spin the wheel.
Because that's going to fuck up my money.
It's okay. So it's just,
do you get what I mean? And then any other brand will be like, we can't work with Jules because she'll go and talk our shit in public. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. So that's why we have option 2, to just spin the wheel.
And eat salmonella?
Okay, let's just pray you won't land on 3. Okay. That might be your saving grace.
This I can take, guys. It has some nasty thing here. Let me just take that out. First of all. All right. So we're not naming the brand.
Yeah, we're not naming the brand.
That's clean, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Now it's your turn. 1-1. Yeah, it's 1-1.
Hey, hot seat. These are supposed to be fun. I think this is a fun.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
It's a fun and brand placement.
What's the fastest after meeting someone that you've slept with them?
I've had a one-night stand or a one-day stand. It wasn't really at night.
The team behind is like, bullshit. same hour.
Hi. Oh yeah, it was within the same day. But it's someone who we had been. Why am I even defending myself? Was
so that's not a one night. That's not a. If somebody you've been talking to, that's not it.
Okay.
It has to, one night stand is you meet today, never known each other, never spoken. Hi, how are you? You're cute. Wanna come back to my place for a nightcap? Yeah. And that's a one night stand.
All right. So I think maybe a week.
A week.
Yeah, it was a week. Because it was, I feel like it was like a week, yeah.
Okay.
Moving on, next question.
Yeah. I'm not judging you. Can I just say something? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry if mom is watching this, but I don't give a hoots. It should not matter.
Yeah.
It should not matter. Because when a guy is out there doing a one night stand, it's like, it's no big
deal. Yeah.
And honestly, there's times you're really feeling someone and so attracted to them that you want to risk it all.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I do not judge you for
Preach to the choir, Jules.
A week is nothing.
Yeah. I feel like it was a week from like the time that we first met.
Yeah, because maybe the Nini was just so...
Yeah.
The passion was passioning.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, do you have any regrets?
No.
Okay.
No.
As long as you use protection, even if you didn't, it's okay. We won't judge you. We'll just be like, did you get tested after? You know what I mean? Like, there's always
good?
It's aftercare. It's okay.
Yeah.
People do this all the time. How do you think we all got here? You think it was like somebody made, I bet you a lot of firstborns came, do research, all your families.
Yeah.
Look for 10 families, the firstborns, and find out if all of them were planned for.
The first ones here screaming.
All of us are aunties and uncles that they are very saved nowadays, but they are in their youth. They were hot and bothered.
Okay.
And very few of them are honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That was you asking me.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your dream destination? Like, where would you like to go given the chance?
To live or for holiday?
Holiday.
Oh, for holiday, I would love to... Well, there's the obvious ones. I'd love to go to the Maldives.
So the Maldives.
Yeah.
Okay. If you only
I knew it. I thought that was the question.
No, man.
I should have known better. You see why I'm defensive? Because and they have answered.
If you only had a +1 ticket to the Maldives, for example, who would you intentionally leave from your closest friends? Like, who would you be like, I'm sorry, Pei, but you are not,
If I say this person's name, they're like, keep your name out my mouth, so I have to think of somebody else. Who would I leave?
Intentionally.
Why?
Well, that's just the question.
But that's so mean. Like, why did you structure the question like that?
Like, you wouldn't go with them. But and maybe there's a reason for it, so you can...
I have to name their name.
Yes, who would you leave from your closest friends?
It doesn't say I have to name, I can just say there's a person who I would leave because...
Who would you leave? If I say who, I mean... Who are you? Jules. Who am I? Steph. Yeah. Crickets.
I don't like this question. Because actually, but that's the thing. In my closest friends, there's no one I would leave. Because you said, who among my closest friends would I leave? There's nobody I would leave.
Is that answering the question?
Yes, you've asked who.
Yeah. And then
my closest friends, I'm like, I wouldn't leave Dee, I wouldn't leave Sharon, I wouldn't leave Kwambooks, I wouldn't leave, the over 25
Okay,
gang.
but out of them, then who would you leave? You'd have to at least pick someone. There's an actual way to answer this if you're like keen. There's like a loophole.
I think I would just say I leave Lorna because she has the youngest baby.
See, that's the loophole.
Yeah.
See, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
There's no one I would leave.
Yeah. When I was structuring your questions, I was putting a loophole.
Okay.
Yeah. So I care. See?
But I'm actually being genuine. Like, I don't feel like if I had all my friends could come and then I'm like, I won't go with you, and there's a seat, it would be very hard for me to
Yeah. But now, because I also know you have friends who are parents.
Yeah.
So I was like, if someone has like a young kid or like a fairly newborn, she wouldn't be able to be like, leave the baby, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, let me not make your viewers be bored. I'd leave Sharon Mashira.
Okay, why?
Because she has already traveled everywhere.
Yeah.
She's gone to all the destinations and you've already been on holiday enough. Yeah. So let the rest of us go to the Maldives, girl. Like, you love
that for you, Sharon.
Yeah, she's traveled. I'd leave Sharon and Noni. I'd leave Noni, Washiri and Sharon because they've traveled. Yeah. Noni just came back she was in Italy like a month ago, and now she was in New York last week. So it's like, you just chill. Let's go. We've just been here.
Everybody else, pack up your bags.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. So it's you asking me.
Oh, it's you asking me. Okay. Me asking you. Since you're talking brands, this stuff still smells nasty. Since you're...
Let's just return this to the line.
To the line, okay. Because I could take it again.
Yeah.
Which brand would you never, ever work with and why?
I think I can answer this one.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
And this is because
You can tell us the why after. Just tell us the brand.
Like a brand, like, okay, but now am I blocking my bag?
You see, when you're putting questions about brands there.
But that should be the fun of it. There's no harm in asking the question. The harm is in disclosing. So I think, I don't know. Would I take it back though? Okay, let me think. It's the brand that I personally would have like a challenge promoting. I wouldn't even know in what direction to shoot said content.
Yeah, as long as it's not BAT. You can say any other brand.
Durex.
Oh.
I wouldn't know how to position myself. Maybe like on the SNS, maybe if we're talking about like safe sex, but like on my Instagram, I don't know. Without it being like a standard dedicated, like go and buy these condoms. So I know. so I think that's one. I'm just like, I wouldn't know the direction in which to start. And I think also I am still my mother's child.
Yeah. But you are your mother's child and you have a boyfriend. And absolutely push safe sex. I mean, are you sitting home singing Kumbaya?
That you're giving me criminal side.
Like,
I think it would not be that I would not be open to it. It's just that I wouldn't know how exactly to go about like without it being like, because I think maybe the way I have seen previous not previous but like other influencers promote it, I'm just like, okay, now that I'm struggling with doing that. Yeah.
Durex is the one brand I would love to have even right now, especially for like So This Is Love.
Absolutely. Now you see it aligns very well, but now for me I would struggle in the placement.
Even over 25 we worked with Durex some years ago. I'm such a big champion of safe sex and women buying the condoms. Because you also knew Sayu. I checked your LinkedIn before coming here.
Not the LinkedIn.
Oh yeah, girl. I was like, what am I walking into? What am I walking into? But I remember, I don't know if it happened to you, but like when I was in uni, there was a lot of like, oh shit, I don't have a condom. You just come with some nasty ass, greasy, thick condom. So I was like, I don't want you to come to my house telling me you don't have, you'll pull out, you'll whatever. So I was doing it to protect myself. And I remember I had 1,000 shillings the first time I bought condoms. And I think condoms used to be like 150, 170 Durex those days. And it was so expensive because Trust was like 20 bob. I bought 4,000 bob and I took them home and I was so proud of myself.
Let me ask you. When you go to buy, so say it's like, most times they're usually like Apokwa supermarket at the
till.
Are you usually like,
When I was younger, I used to go and buy other things, and then I put them together.
And then they're doing
and then I'm just like, go.
Yeah.
But imagine now I can
you
walk in
and you're like,
in fact, you know the chemist, you have to shout in front of everybody. I'm like Durex Featherlight or Performer. And I walk out. I feel so. I want people to be like.
Is usually like.
Yeah. Hi. I think this thing comes with age for real. Because when I was younger, there's no way. I'd be like, hey, now they'll just think I'm like a young student. Because I'm imagining what they are thinking about me.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm walking in with my strut and my confidence, and I'm paying you cash. Yeah. Bloody hell! I'm gonna protect myself. Do you want me to come here to buy condoms or to buy P2?
Yeah.
Let me buy condoms.
Yeah.
So.
So I think it would have to reach a point, I think, even in terms of like where
you're at.
Yeah.
I think you know what? I don't think for you it's a brand alignment thing. I think it's your personal thing.
Yeah.
When you get into that space, you'll find a way to push the brand.
Yeah. But as of today,
not yet.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I was sweating as hell.
Yeah.
Let me ask you though an interesting follow-up.
Okay.
Would you like promote sex toys?
I have on my
You already
page.
have?
I have on my small business. So the first time I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then the second time they sent me, because for small businesses I have packages.
So do you review?
So
how do you promote it?
So good follow-up question.
Yeah. No, I'm curious because I've seen people do like the 30-second ad and you know what I mentioned and you go.
So I have different tiers.
Okay.
I usually ask all my small businesses, you have to send me the product so I can use it so that I can give an honest review.
Yeah.
But I have an option that's like half the price of IG stories where it's you send me the video and I just publish it.
Yeah.
So you don't send me any product. But for those, I have to at least have an idea about the product. Like it can just be cake. I don't have to taste the cake. You know, it's like fine. So when this lady sent me her video for the sex toys, I published it and I was like, yeah, this one's for the grown folk. And then the second time she sent me, unfortunately the first video was like there's something just and it was wiggling.
It was like some crazy ass deal.
And so I was like, it's so unrealistic. But the half of these sex toys are very unrealistic, you know, but you can get like realistic ones. Anyway, so I just called her. I'm like, like, you know, I'm okay with your videos, but like that entry, I was uncomfortable with that, as open-minded as I am.
Yeah, and liberal.
Because at the end of the day, this is where it comes down to. We sit in front of all these people who I think are so prim and proper, and then every other week there's a scandal with a pastor, or a scandal with a married man, or a scandal, and they're all stepping out of church leaders, stepping out of marriage, doing this.
Yeah.
All of them have sex toys. No one wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
So how about I tell you where to buy them safely? It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't need to know. Just go and buy your sex toy. Figure your life out.
Yeah.
So yes, I would promote sex toys. I've done it before, but I would still want to do it in a way that is tasteful.
The delivery
is tasteful. Yeah, I remember she put that thing that it was. I was like, Han, I will put just show it. You don't have to demonstrate the. You know what I mean? Like we can visualize. Yeah. But if I had a podcast called like Julia After Dark, I'm gonna talk about that thing. I'll wiggle it in your face because that's not my core brand. But I'm open to. I think people, if they want to do what they want to do by themselves in their bedroom, that's their business. I'm gonna show you where you can get yourself.
Okay.
Whatever you want to get.
All right. Durex, you can always reach out, but just not now.
Yes, not now, not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
I mean, soon could be next month. Now you're like, it's fine.
But I'll be like, this video is proudly brought to you.
First, talk to your mom.
I will.
Talk to your mom.
I will, because I know that would be something that would be like a conflict for sure. Yeah.
Oh, especially because of but Catholics nowadays can use condoms.
Yes.
Right?
No, you can. I think it's just, I don't know whether it's usually like optics or. I still appreciate the support that they give me, so I'm very much inclined to keep it that way.
I understand.
Yeah.
I get that.
So, okay. Okay,
was it you asking me asking you?
You've asked me which brand I would
Oh,
have. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, Jules, how many siblings do you have?
Is this another rating thing? I'm so paranoid of these questions. I have 2 siblings.
So it's like a brother and sister or 2 brothers?
Brother, sister.
Okay, great. This one was actually from my sister. She was like, gun to your head. Who would you save from a burning house? You can only save one.
No.
It's like first if you have a favorite.
I'm not going to do that question. Not gonna. Who would I save first?
Yeah. No, who would you save? You can only save one.
And the other person will die for sure. They might be able to get out.
Yeah, that's the loophole.
Okay, I'll save my sister first.
Mm-hmm. Why though?
Because she's the baby.
Okay.
And she's my baby sister.
Yeah. So your brother can just...
My bro, I'll be like, nigga, I'm coming in. And I know I'll ask him, who do you want me to save? He'll be like, get 1B.
Oh, okay.
So she's the baby.
All right.
Fuck yeah, I'd save her first.
Okay.
Yeah, Derek is fine. We're good.
You see?
Yeah, I was ready to spin because I was like, no, but
yeah.
my siblings, that's hard. Family, I'm just like, oh, that's hard. That's hard. You know, they ask you like, mom or dad, I'm always like, don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard. Because everyone has their own special place in your heart. And any loss in the family fucks up the family for life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's those kind of questions are hard to answer. But since it's a game, I would pick my sister. My brother will be fine. He'll jump out. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
we'll put a cushion on the a mattress on the whatever.
Okay. So it's your turn to ask me. See, we're making progress.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Which Kenyan influencer?
Oh my God! I'm spinning the wheel. I'm spinning the wheel.
It's actually not a bad one. Okay. We are ethical.
Yeah. She's like, I'm ethical. Wink.
Have you? Which Kenyan influencer or creator would you swap lives with for a month?
Oh, that's a good one. Let's see, swap lives for a whole month.
Yeah.
Oh damn, do I get to see my cats and my people? Okay, let me think. A Kenyan influencer. So it could be male or female?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even follow so many male. Do you remember when Lydia was asking me I don't know undateable shenanigans? Like,
me, I know an undateable. I was like, me and
you could say it.
No, I can't. Okay. Of course I can't. Why would I say it? Because now when we meet at these events, how do you do?
Yeah.
But there's this one guy. Yeah.
We shall talk about
me and Lydia, we know. We're always like, that one, steer clear, bitch.
It's like,
yeah. Error, danger.
Okay, so someone I would swap lives with. Okay, I don't know if there's a Kenyan. I know of a South African one because she really inspires me. If we were to swap lives, it would be that one. But here in Kenya, I'm trying to think of someone. And this would be someone that I must like almost everything about them. I don't know. Ebu, give me a list. Like, my mind is going blank. Kenyan influencer.
You know, I realized that people you follow and I follow are quite different.
Exactly.
Because there's some names you mentioned today before we started shooting.
And you were like, I don't know who that is.
That? Yeah. I don't know if it's because of the age difference.
It's okay.
I mean, I know for me, I would...
Who would you swap lives with?
I thought about that. And I'm in between Auntie Nemo and... what's her name? Natalie Tewa. Only because Natalie travels so much. And I'm just like...
Love that for you,
I
babe.
love that for you, and I would love that for me. Auntie Nemo, because her aesthetic is so clean and prim and proper. But I probably just ruin her channel because I'll probably go there with my F-bombs and my SH bombs.
It has to be like aesthetic. I think actually interesting is I like what Hali Odor does with Life Hekaya. I think for a month I would like to see like the ins and outs of like creative direction, and plus I love clothes, so that's one. Yeah. And then if and she also travels. I feel like she just has a blast on social media, so that's great. Another one I think I would swap lives with, but I would have to be like way older. I think maybe it's because I aspire to walk in almost, if not the same steps, similar. Caroline Mutuko. Like, my ideal dream would be to transition from like this, not just social media primarily, but like almost to a bit of the traditional, conventional, still in my control. So that is someone I actually look up to. So those are the two I would swap lives with. One would be more of the creative artsy side. The other one would be more on the professional, deep career things. Yeah. So yeah.
Those are good ones.
Oh my God, now I'm even feeling worried for your question because I'm like, damn, you've asked me such nice questions and me have come with. Okay. Okay, so I've asked you that. Wow, I think we're actually almost about to wrap up. Okay, so actually I've also asked you these three. Oh yeah, there's one. In a poignant video titled "The Final Curtain Call," You and your esteemed colleagues from over 25 revealed your decision to part ways after a remarkable 7-year journey of creating content together. What was the final nail on the coffin? Is there anything in particular that was like, okay, I think it's time? Or were there many nails on the coffin? We spin the wheel. We spin the wheel.
You've asked me were there many or what was?
Yeah. So maybe I structure it that way because obviously I don't know if there was like one particular thing that happened and you were like, yeah, we are never going to recover from this, or we will, this is now the time to part ways. Or maybe there were like many, so maybe there was not just like one thing.
So I'm supposed to name the thing?
Yeah. What was the final nail on the coffin?
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Gonna spin.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's six.
This is not too bad.
Yeah.
I can manage this.
All right.
Thank you, Jesus. Alhamdulillah. Woo! I'm not even Islam, but yeah.
Is there someone just reciting a rosary? Beads.
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that. But just to answer briefly, there was many things. It wasn't one thing.
Curious.
Many things in terms of we're just moving in so many different directions. Yeah.
Will there ever be a moment in time that you feel personally you could ever talk about it and disclose some things? Or would it be not such an option because you'd prefer to protect the integrity of what you guys have? Like, for example, case in point, you're called to an interview and they ask you...
No, if they call me to an interview, I probably wouldn't do that. I would do it on my own terms.
Okay.
Like, 10 years from now, I'm writing a book or an autobiography.
Interesting.
And I can really break down what happened from my perspective and if I even want to. Yeah, I would do it.
Okay.
Only because I love to storytell. I like to read. I do it on my own terms. I wouldn't be like, come sit down and then we discuss this thing. That's whatever. I think there's such an. I think people will be very surprised. There's an insinuation that there was this beef or something.
Yeah.
That, I think guys will be very surprised as to why eventually we were like, okay, it needs to end. And for something like this, it's never one reason. It's a culmination of things.
Many. Okay.
And then you get to a point where you're just like, I think we actually need to pause because we've changed so much. We're no longer speaking the same voice. You know what I mean? Before we were all whatever, but we've grown so much.
Yeah.
So it was hard to come and kind of figure out who over 25 is and what we should sound like and what are we saying.
Yeah.
And obviously I said this on the episode, so nothing new, but I would do it, but on my own terms. Yeah.
That's interesting. I'm curious. It's like a follow-up. Although when you were speaking, it came to me, but I feel like I've lost my train of thought. Let me just gather my thoughts for a second, what I wanted to ask. Oh, yes, on the pause, because I think there was so much emphasis in the video that you guys did referencing a pause. So I was like, does this mean that there is hope? Like a feasible hope, or was that just like for formalities?
I'm the one who was putting emphasis on pause. I don't think anybody else did. Because for me, there's 157,000 people who've subscribed to that channel that I feel like we still owe them. I feel like I still owe all those people, and I feel like I still owe the channel. Like for me, the channel was so personal. Yeah. So even the end of it was probably most personal. I don't know, but I can only speak for myself. But I feel like it was very personal for me. Like
we could tell while watching.
Yeah, it was personal for me, and I feel like I gave my heart and all into this channel. I'm the one who used to edit and shoot for the first 4 years. Was it 5? No, we are 7. So 5 years. It was me who was editing everything. I was never compensated. I didn't expect to be compensated. Like, this was just a labor of love with my friends until now finally we could afford or even think of, maybe we should get somebody else to edit, So for me to just be like, it's over, it was not easy. And that's why for me, I was emphasizing or giving the option for people to know that it's a pause. Yeah. I'm not sure if we would come back as over 25, as everybody knows. Okay. I don't think so. But there's still opportunity to create content on that channel. And that's what I would love to do. Even if it's not me in front of that camera.
Yeah.
I think there's opportunities to create content because we do have an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I am trying to slowly and intelligently figure out.
Yeah. Another follow-up. It sounds such like an interview.
It's okay.
I'm always curious for, like yesterday we were shooting with East Meets West. I don't know if you know them.
Of course I know, it's Bobby Jr.
I don't even know how they taught me how to do it yesterday. It's like East meets West. Yeah.
Oh, East
meets West. Yeah.
Right.
And I'm always like, even seeing them interact, I think it's the group dynamic for me, because I think obviously SNS is just me by myself. But I'm always curious, like you have been in like 2 group dynamics. So you've had over 25 and now also It's Related, I Promise. So how do you maneuver through that? Because I would think that it requires a lot from someone to be able to, because it's not only now just you as an individual. We're talking personalities, we're talking like people are at different also places in their lives. So I've always been curious to how those group dynamics work. Is it like it's like a one person says all and the rest agree? Yeah.
What's the question? What's the question?
The question is, how do you maneuver through those group dynamics, especially now that you have been in 2?
Yeah. There was a lot of learning from Over 25 that I was able to bring forward to IRIP. IRIP started when Over 25 was still in its prime.
Okay.
So it's not a project that I just started the other day. We started IRIP, I think it was 2019.
So pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, and then during COVID we took a pause
Yeah.
because of some contractual issues. There was conflict of interest. We had to take a pause, and then now we came back. I think it was last year.
Yeah.
So I love to work with people, but I will tell you this. It's fucking easier to work alone. Very much easier. But the thing with working with groups is that it takes so much longer to make decisions. Moving forward can take forever.
Because everybody has to
because
be
everyone
the
who's
same.
available at this time. What do you think about this brand? Oh, me, I have a contract with these guys. I can't work with these guys. Da, 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 da. Me, I no longer want to talk about relationships. Me, I think I've grown too much as a brand. Or me, So you're always dealing with things. But what group dynamic does is that it opens you up so much creatively because you think this is what I'm going to do. And your vision is still here. It's very myopic.
Yeah.
And then when you have other people, you're constantly being challenged to expand. That is the biggest takeaway for me from working with groups, is that you're constantly the growth is so much wider, but the progression can be a bit slower. Okay. When you're alone, you make decisions fast to move, but it's also very easy to fall off the wagon because there's no accountability.
And it's overwhelming, if anything.
It is overwhelming. So if you say today we are shooting at Longonot Place, 11 o'clock. When you're by yourself, you can kind of be like, man, next week I don't feel like shooting. I want to just rest. You can make that decision.
Yeah.
And then it'll turn to 2 weeks and then 3 weeks, and then you realize you've not posted anything on your channel for a month. Look at my tiny little channel. I'm trying to be consistent. It's so hard because I have so many moving parts. But if I was in a group, we are meeting on Wednesday. We have
committed to it.
If you're not meeting, somebody will be like, you didn't come last week. Can you come this week?
Yeah.
So working with groups forces you to show up. Now, about having one voice or many voices, I think it's always best in the creative part of it that everyone has a contributing voice.
Okay.
But like for now, IRIP, we decided to choose like a leader who can be like, okay, we are deciding, but once they decide, it's the way.
Okay.
Kind of thing. For Over 25, we didn't have that. I was very happy about that. Everybody contributed how they wanted. But sometimes it would make it harder to make decisions. Even in IRIP, like it's hard to, like we need to meet to do pre-production meetings. Oh, I'm not available at this time. Oh, I have a show at this time. Oh, I have to. So it's always working. There's always going to be challenges. But I'd still prefer to work in a group.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I would prefer to work in a group, or I'd like both, which is what I've done. I have IRIP and I have So This Is Love. Okay. Yeah. Working with groups is really dope, babe. If you find your production family, it's beautiful. I would never take anything away from Over 25. All these years, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
What is one guilty pleasure that you would get that would get you in trouble if everyone knew about it?
I feel like Steph asked me.
Oh, she did?
Maybe not in the same wording. I don't know if I'm like comfortable. I will say, and I also told her in the video, it's not something bad, like you wouldn't be, but I'm just not comfortable sharing it.
Kwani, what is it?
No, it's not bad, I promise.
Is it unethical?
I think it depends on people individually, because I've always seen people who are like, that, I can't do that. Then the people who are like me who are just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guilty pleasure. Okay, at least you have me. I don't even know if I have guilty pleasures. Oh, just do it. Just do it.
Spin the wheel.
That's what they're here for. That's what they're here for.
But I don't want to lose.
Yeah, because right now I'm winning.
Yeah. Oh my God. I feel like people look at me this. The same.
I would just say, is it that bad?
No, it's not bad. I can tell you for sure. But now it's the sharing, like to other outside people, that for me it's a bit of a sticky one in
What
it.
is it, like masturbation?
No.
Okay. It's gonna be like, it's okay, but if you do it too much, you might have a problem.
I think it's just one of those. It's very subjective. It's very subjective. Some people.
What, like you eat your own snot because it's yummy?
No.
Is it disgusting or weird?
Some people find it both. I don't know, and I'm curious as to why people find it both when they already, anyways.
You have to say it now. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, spin. Do your thing.
I feel like if it's not something bad. You know how I told you the other one?
Yeah. I
with the
literally
circumstance, it would be like, okay. So even this one, you probably also don't mind it, but now I don't know. So
No,
it's not.
Okay.
That's when we agree. Do not
One-way street. One-way
do
street,
not go
please.
through. Thank you.
One-way street, no U-turns.
Yeah.
Allowed.
So I'm only spinning the wheel because I know people always feel some type of way about it. And I think it's one of those things when you know something and you kind of see someone. Because the one time, and I remember I told Steph and she was like, so are you? She kept on mentioning it. Like she referenced it 3 times and I said I should have never
pleasure
told her.
that's so bad. Like, what's an example of a guilty pleasure? Have to answer? No, listen, it's not me. I didn't make the rules. This is your show. We're in your house.
Oh I swear I could drink everything. Okay.
I mean, I okay.
You're just like, ooh.
I also, I'm not here to stress your life.
Okay. It's not bad, babe.
Okay. I'm actually sweating for you.
But maybe, and that's what I'm saying, it's very subjective. The people who they're like, I don't even know. And I remember I saw a Twitter thread about it, and I was like, okay, so it's not. I promise you're thinking so far.
Okay. What are examples of guilty pleasures? Like, imagine I don't understand the. Okay, are we rolling?
Wait, don't roll. Okay, let's proceed. You're saying?
No, I was gonna say it.
Okay. Oh, the others are rolling.
No, I was gonna say something about guilty. I don't understand guilty. The term guilty pleasure. I struggle with that word because I'm like, if it's pleasurable, why should I feel guilty?
I think it's sometimes
unless it's hurting somebody else.
More often than not, they don't. Okay. You know, when you say hurting somebody else, it could be like those people who are like into pain, asphyxiation, BDSM.
Oh my God!
But that's not me. No, that's not me.
You like some submissive shit? Sit down. Shut up. Come here, you little whore. Is that your thing?
No.
Oh, your mom is not gonna be happy today.
So yeah, very personal. So you either like it or you don't. And it's like, why are we doing this on the bloody internet?
Listen, this is your show. This is
and
your show.
And that's why I'm just like, I've spun the wheel and it's literally
but you kind of spun. Maybe you want to spin again, like, because you were kind of in the middle of spinning. I don't know.
And then it just landed.
Yeah.
So let's spin again. Okay, wait.
But you have to spin it like properly.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Right. It literally landed on pass. Woo! Thank you, Jesus.
But you have to tell me on the side.
I'll tell you for sure. Babe. I'll tell you. If you start looking at me differently, I promise you it's something so tiny, but I've seen Twitter threads about it. And when I told some of my friends,
you like smelling your own
No,
sweat?
babe, no, let's just wrap it up.
Like, what's the big deal? I just don't get it. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I don't understand the idea of guilty pleasure. Like, if it's a pleasure, it's pleasure.
More often than not. Yes, it's pleasure, but it's like the PR. It has like negative connotation. I don't know who made them negative.
So it's not anal. It's not BDSM. Is it sexual or non-sexual?
It's sexual.
Oh.
I will chat to you after. So that was your last question.
What could it be? Like I am I'm an overthinker. And I'm also very hypervigilant. So now I'm like something sexual that people talk about.
It is something so tiny. I've seen so many debates about it, but I'll tell you. Don't worry about it. Okay. Next question.
You like girls?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know. What's the big deal? Okay. Is it me or is you asking me? And then we're done. Okay. I also only have one more.
This is my last question.
Yeah, and I have one last one. Damn, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
It is the hot seat.
Now this one I don't know if you'll answer. It's like, so what is your current bank balance as of today? Today is the 25th of May.
Fuck no, I'm not gonna say put that on the internet. That's not. Oh wait, but you know that people have seen on Twitter, like, yeah, I mean on TikTok, like I have 30 million. 30 million?
Oh, like those, and they're usually like street videos.
Yeah.
How much is it? I'm like, why would you be telling her that? What if they follow you? Anyway, but yeah.
That's not a good question to ask in Kenya, first of all.
KRA. Scribs in KRA.
No, even KRA is thugs. And I'm not saying KRA are thugs. I'm saying KRA. Yeah. I'm saying thugs. I mean thieves. Like people can...
I get you. So I think just been...
I think I'm going to
spin. It's just not have to answer.
Yeah, have to... I don't like this game. I'm never coming back on the hot seat. Sorry, Steph. I love you.
I'll have you on a love
I want another thing.
Okay.
You know, like,
I'll have you on a love
fun things.
For sure.
This is like, triggering and stuff. I saw spinning that way is the way to go. So
okay. Oops, sorry.
Oh, I don't know what's happening.
Okay, maybe spin it the other way then.
Please, Jesus. I'm not gonna do it.
4. I think it's like mayo and water. Let me see yours. Is it like, let me see. Maybe I'll be able to tell what exactly it is.
No, you don't worry.
Okay.
Just focus on yours.
Not focus on. You don't have to.
How many have you drunk? One.
Just one. Maybe your last question for me will have to force me to. Then we'll be drawn. Just spit it out. Just put it there, spit it out.
Yuck.
Sorry.
Oh, let me tell you guys.
She's never doing the hot seat again.
I'm never doing the hot seat again.
I'm gonna be like, dear Jules, I trust you.
Nope.
I'm not well.
I'm not good. Now that wasn't too bad, but it had a yucky, fishy. Was that fish sauce? It's fishy.
Yeah. It's fish sauce.
I don't eat fish.
I know.
That was tough.
Okay. So your last question is.
Okay. This one is very easy.
Okay.
It's a very, wrapping up question.
All right.
Describe a significant milestone in your career. Current career.
Okay. In case I decide to switch.
Yeah.
I think the SNS. It's still my baby. It's still growing, but it's something that had been on my Google Docs and my notes. I don't know if I can be able to find the first note I wrote about the SNS on my phone. And I think just seeing it come to fruition and come to life was something that I was so emotional about. I think also getting guests to come, like the fact that you have spared your time and you trust me enough to come on. First of all,
no, I did some background. Don't worry. I had to call. I was like, Eli, Lydia, do we follow Sweet Steph or I'm just joking.
Yeah. So I think just seeing it come to fruition, it was something that I was so, because when I started creating content, it was very I started just purely beauty. Like I was just doing makeup content or skincare on the side, but it was more makeup.
Yes, I knew you for skincare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
makeup, yeah.
and then it reached a point where even towards like graduation, I felt like I had put myself in a box. And then I also wanted to practice.
You mean undergrad graduation?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I wanted to get out of that box because I think often there's nothing wrong with just being like purely like a beauty content creator, but I felt like there was more to it, and it reached a point where I was getting bored.
I think maybe
it never excited me.
Yeah, I think maybe you were feeling like you have more to give.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think also, like when I would speak to people or even just small, snippets, and you hear someone's like, oh, newly makeup. And I was like, it would always make me feel unsettled. So, and I wanted to do more. So I think seeing it come to fruition, even just when I wake up and I see these cards, I'm bawling my eyes out.
This is really cute.
Thank you.
I love this.
Thank you.
I love it's very talk showy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just seeing it come to fruition, we've been doing this for 3 months now. It's still very young, but I'm so happy.
And your growth has been amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's just been 3 months.
Yeah. And even people, another thing was like acceptance and reception. I'm like, will someone think this is too boring? Will someone think I don't know. I was in my head. I was a resident seated in my head. So when we first published the pilot, I remember I even had diarrhea.
Yeah.
Like I was so anxious.
I call it anxiety poop. I relate.
That's me who goes through it. So yeah. And thank you for being a part of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
I think this is so much fun.
Yeah.
I think it's going to do amazing.
Thank you.
I'm here to reassure. I'm not saying that just because I'm saying it.
Yeah.
I'm saying it because I relate to that voice in the head.
Yeah.
You have an idea, go through. We're all going to die in the next 70 years.
Yeah.
So let's just do it.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. You know what I mean? Actually, that's just something I saw this morning. Somebody was like...
thank you.
Yeah, somebody sent me... Charles Morito, he's been a guest on IRIQ.
I love Charles. Charles, if you're watching this, I just love it. Anytime I hear her, I'm like,
yeah.
I guess I value.
Yeah. So he sent me a video this morning, and it was saying how no one's gonna remember you.
Yeah.
He said, when was the last time you thought about George Bush or Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
Or so and so.
Yeah.
Yes, and these are people who are at the peak.
Yeah.
But we're not thinking about them.
Like
every
actively,
day. Yeah. So this thing that's stopping you because you care so much about what people will think, just do it anyway.
Yeah.
And if they think it's boring, that's what they think.
Yeah.
You just focus on what you think. Yeah. If I feel like I'm bored, that's a me issue.
Yeah.
Your audience is having a great time. You're having a great time and you're growing. So fucking move on.
Yeah.
Like for real. We're gonna be dead. Like in 100 years we won't be here. I can promise you. I promise.
Yeah.
I promise you we'll be here. So now
So
what you gonna do? Yeah.
Okay. So we have come to the end of the hot seat, Jules. Thank you so much for honoring our invite and gracing us with your presence. How are you feeling?
I feel hot.
It's hot. I swear. It's like on set. It's like
it feels hot, and I think this heat is just because of the
anxiety. Like it's nerves.
Yeah. Like, oh, what are you gonna ask?
Yeah.
I'm happy that we came to an end, and I did not have to take any of this, whatever this is,
nasty,
and I didn't have to take any of this nasty. There's stuff here, like
the smell by itself.
Just sitting here with the egg yolk and the egg white and the fish sauce. I'm just like, girl, this chick is serious. So today I was like, anyway, so I'm happy. I'm happy, and I'm happy I came.
I'm so happy you didn't, because you mentioned at the beginning you were really like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to fully commit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Even as of this day, I was like, if Steph cancels, I'll be cool with it.
You'll be like, girl,
I'm like, it's okay, I get it, it's fine.
I get it.
Because I didn't wanna, I was just scared of the questions that will come out, and back in the day, I never used to really care. I used to say whatever I wanna say, but then now, the more I've grown, there's more eyeballs on me. And I also have to be cognizant of the things I'm saying, even for the younger people who are looking. I didn't know people are looking up to me. I'm just like, what? People, don't look up to me. Look up to Oprah.
What do you mean you
don't
need
look
advice?
Up to me.
Advice?
Yeah, don't look up to me because I am a hot mess. I'm still trying to figure life out.
Yeah.
So, but then because of things like that, I have to be a little bit more careful while still being authentic to myself. So anyway, I'm happy that you're giving me the opportunity to come here and taste fish sauce. Yeah. And whatever this nasty number 6 was, I don't know. I was able to take it down. Yeah.
I'm so happy you came. This is just like a follow-up. What's next for Jules Her? I think we are almost mid 2023. So what more can we expect from you? Is there anything exciting in the works? So I just want to The sisters want to know.
The sisters, yeah. Well, I have my brand new podcast, which I launched in October last year. It's called So This Is Love.
Yeah, I wish I had the, the
applause.
Yeah.
Launched season 2, I think 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Which, by the way, we are loving.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but personally, we are big fans.
Thank you. I love that podcast so much.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was inspired by my own life story. And so that's my focus mostly is that my podcast and the other podcast I have with the girls, IRIP, my tiny little channel, which is on YouTube, and my Instagram. I just like to produce, create. And that's what I'm focusing on. I've actually never focused on me since even like Over 25 started. Like, everything was over 25. I started to focus or even attempt to focus on my brand during COVID.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh my gosh, we can't meet with the girls. Yeah. Because we're not going to meet and keep 6 feet apart.
Not possible.
In front of the camera.
Yeah.
So then I started thinking, all right, maybe I need to start doing my own thing. I never used to focus on my brand. My IG was very up and down. But now I said this year I'm like, give your all. So by January you decide, are you staying in content creation? Are you doing something else? Are you yeah. So for me this year is just like full throttle.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, and building a brand with the skill sets that I have. My background is in marketing. My background is in sales. And this is where it's coming to play.
Yeah. Okay. Now before we close off, you'll let our audience know where we can find you. So Instagram, Twitter, etc.
All right, so you can find me on my Instagram at Jules _her. That's JULES. Okay. That's JULES _ her as in HER, not ha. Jules her.
Yeah.
You can find me. I'm not very active on Twitter. I think even my page is private on Twitter. So but if you're interested, Dakaberry.
Yeah.
And you can find my podcast. So This Is Love on Spotify or wherever you find your podcasts. I have a YouTube channel called My Tiny Little Channel that I started during the pandemic. That's like but yeah, that's where you can find me. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I have another thing that I have not mentioned. Oh, it's related, I promise.
Exactly.
A podcast that I co-host with my 2 friends, Kwambooks and
amazing.
Sharon Mashira. Thank you. So that one you can also find available on Spotify
or all your streaming platforms.
Wherever you find your podcasts. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's been great.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Hot Seat. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you leave a comment, join the family, and make sure you like this video. That's it from us, and we'll see you in the next time. Bye.